world. Today we are in place of greatness. We are in the limelight of third place Chile in the Chocobo racing for charity. Chile!
Thank you.
You
Hello.
did your country proud. You did the grand national proud.
I did my best, and that was
You
just
did
slightly
better
above
than
other people. No,
you did.
I'm very happy that in this North American charity race, 2 people from outside North America got first and third. So
One from Singapore to Chile from you.
So go Europe! We snuck in and we won. We may not have got all the places, but we got first and third.
Singapore.
I think so, yeah. Which they get new servers in 5 point some point. No, is it 6 point maybe? We don't know exactly. We just know that they get servers.
That no one's going to move to. Most people already have houses. Unless
yeah, I'm sure there'll be some people that move over, but it'll be a bit weird.
I think probably the hardcore way.
Yeah, probably.
But
no, thank you.
Our guest?
Yes, I would love to. I love her content. She is one of the best Twitch streamers out there. She does a lot of wonderful Final Fantasy and Pokemon streams, and also is a wonderful art designer and does some incredible designs over on her channel. I'd like to shout in Tasty Peach Studios, aka Riss.
Thanks for having me.
Sorry, this is the most disorganized you've ever been on a podcast, but it's been a week, all of us, I think.
Oh, no, you're perfectly...
How are you doing? It's been a while.
Doing wonderful. Tired, but doing wonderful. Had a pretty heavy deadline this, so just been chugging away at design pieces, have some fun NDA stuff that I can't really go too deep into, but hopefully share that with us sometime in the coming.
Well, thank you. I look forward to that. Now, I hear you've been coming back to Final Fantasy 14 recently because you took quite a big break. So
yeah. Yes, I did. So I took a little bit of a break. Mainly on stream, I took a bit of a break. My channel's been going through some change additions. So while I personally love playing Fort, I'm shifting my stream towards more art focus. And then my secondary channel, primarily focused on Final Fantasy 15.
I love Cammy Riss, by the way. She's so awesome.
Thank you so much. I love her too.
Do you want to plug the Twitch channel for the VTuber now, if you want?
Oh, well, thank you very much. So I don't have a re-debut date, just yet. But it is twitch.tv/chimeras, and I'm really excited to not only debut on a new channel, but being able to really focus on Final Fantasy 14 content over there. The YouTube is going to be the same, so it's going to be Chimeras under YouTube. Same with Twitter, Patreon, all the good stuff. So yeah, if you like adorable VTubers and Final Fantasy 14 content, that's definitely going to be a fun place to hang out.
Okay, I want to go give it a follow. I had to go show some support. So
you're always so supportive, Chili.
Look, if you make good content and you're a wonderful person, I will always be there to do what I can, and you do both of those things. So it's the least I can do. So we recently had FanFest. I know that we did have patch 5.55. I have heard from Riss that she hasn't really got into much because work in real life is important.
Yes, so. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do the patch just yet, but I plan to soon.
Hey, maybe that'll be some of your debut content.
That would be a lot of fun and a really good.
Have you tried any of the new Bozier area?
I have not. Unfortunately, it's a lot of fun to watch other people do the content, but I personally have just been so busy that going through, even starting over at the beginning, has just been a little overwhelming to think about. So while I really enjoy what other people have been doing with the content, I personally haven't given it a shot. But I'm really excited for a lot of the new stuff that's going to be coming, especially when...
And there's quite a lot of good stuff that I'm looking forward to. And one of them starts with I and ends with Y.
Yes, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I think everyone does. Paul, before we carry on, do you got any thoughts about?
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
What could it be? No, don't tell me.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I've got nothing.
I was going to make a joke and say something stupid, but I can't actually think of anything other than the thing right now for some reason. So, but no, before we go into that, because I think that's the topic we're going to talk up the most about. Who is excited for Sage?
I actually might give it a shot. I'm not.
Oh, really?
I'm not really a healer. Because I tend to tunnel vision when I play. To the point where more people die if I'm healing than I actually heal. I learned the hard way with White Mage that maybe casting stone all the time isn't the best option when you're trying to keep a party alive.
No, you're
Never stop chilling.
mixing glare. You mix
Mm.
dire and you mix your dot in occasionally. Then
Every
you're
once in a
fine.
while.
Yeah. Once it goes down, that's when you stop casting glare and go to dire. But no, I'm excited to try Sage. But as Paul says, I am not exactly the best healer, so it's going to be interesting to see.
I wouldn't say the best healer. I mean, you do a lot more damage. I jump off the edge mainly.
Yeah.
So I guess you can't really heal stupid. Like
I mean,
have.
I can. It's called rescue, but that'd
I
involve
mean-
another button and
Oh,
and
no.
click.
Rescue. Yeah, my friends that play healers think that it's hilarious to rescue me off the edge. A lot.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
the
about
time.
right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
rescue is death for me.
Our other healer likes to do it to me sometimes when we're about to lose. Like if we're like looking like that we're not going to win the fight, he's like, "Oops, sorry, rescue." I love you, McLeod, but yes, it happens.
Yeah, I'm still traumatized by Diamond.
Oh, I love
Ah.
time. I love that fight. I love the EX fight. Oh man.
Oh yeah, the EX fight was fun. It took us a while though to clear it because we were having trouble with what's that? I don't know the phase name, but the bit where he jumps and knocks everyone back. For some
What,
reason,
puppy
that was
phase?
that was our struggle. For some reason,
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Puppy
Yeah.
phase was a struggle. So our group that went had a really fun way of doing all of that when it came to it. So one person would look to see like where the side he was gonna look at was and decide whether we needed to stay in the middle or like run. And then I basically just followed everybody because me and looking around in a fight just does not go hand in hand well. I tend to, like I said, tunnel in a little bit.
I don't tunnel vision, but I have problems with my direction, so I have the exact same way in a way. It's like, oh look, he's going that way, and then realize no, never mind, he's actually going the. And I'm like, yeah. I like to also try and follow the group when I can, and then they all panic and follow me, and then they realize that I'm small when they shouldn't be following me because they can't follow me because they can't find me. I died yesterday in E9S because the tile phase where you're supposed to. I had to run because it was the boss splits it into like left or right. And then the people on the left have to run to the right if it's that side and so forth. But if someone stands on your platform, you fall and die. Well, I had to run to the other side, and the red mage didn't know I was there because I'm so small and blended in with the background, so ran forward and killed me and apologized.
Oh
So it's like, I didn't see you. I'm like, fair.
Was that when you were wearing your full black armor?
Yeah, I was wearing my like full black armor. I'm like, yeah, it's fair. I changed armor.
That's it. You just need to put a marker on yourself so that way they know where the bad touch is
Yeah.
and not to go there.
I'll just
Now with our group, it's like, oh no, we go to the person that's marked, so we're just gonna follow him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Just put the big no marker. You're no number one.
Look, my what I did was I just wore a bright purple outfit, you know, like those safety jackets. That's what I did for the next fight. It's like, now you can see me. I've got a safety jacket on. But no, I'm excited for Sage. I do wonder how it's going to play exactly, because Astro is becoming a pure healer and Scholar is becoming pure shields, as we know. So I'm expecting Astro to keep its shield spell. You know, the one where they can do both shield and heals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting them to keep that, and that way, because White Mage has a
Cool.
shield, so I'm expecting Astro to have one shield at least.
Oh yeah, they'll have like mitigation shields. They will still have that, just not as well as say Shade.
Yeah.
So it'll be good because then you can like time it with other. When you have like a light mitigation, you probably use that one. Need heavy mitigation, Sage or the Scholar. I do want to see how Sage plays because I think it's going to do. I'm hoping it's going to do like a lot more DPS, like with White Mage.
Yeah, I feel bad
10Ks.
for Scholar because Scholar was kind of left out this expansion, and I feel like next expansion with the new job being the same like role as it's going to be left out again.
I think they should have done the fairies. I think that would be cool. Like, you know, like you become one with your fairy. You know how like there's like a bunch of memes of how Scholar like noms on their fairy to get like the stacks.
Yeah.
I think they should just like merged. They just merge and like you get like fairy wings or something. I mean, that would be good. Like Temperance with White Mage. A little bit like that, but it's like you get like some added new abilities. I think would have been cool. Maybe we'll
You're
see that
making me
in
want to draw this.
Well, speaking of drawing myself, a tablet's new
Yay.
tablet. My birthday a few months ago.
No, it wasn't that
God,
long, Paul. It was like last week.
Yeah, it was
Happy
like-
birthday again, mate.
I couldn't.
Happy birthday!
And I need to set up. Going to hopefully learn how to draw people as more. Why not? But yeah, I would like to see that, and they actually get some love. Really get big. I think they're gonna get overlooked.
Riz, have you got any to talk about?
Talk about with Sage. I mean, besides the fact that it looks amazing, I'm kind of curious as to like, because I know in the trailer you see Alphino as the Sage. I'm kind of curious as to how that's all gonna play out. Like, you know, with the job change for him and everything, like just kind of what prompts that. I'm really curious.
A little bit how Lizzie where her book turned and her sword's like, I really want to see his transfer becomes. That's basically what sages are. They're literally the healer of science.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Though I do find it funny that Alphino's daddy looks like he's a sage, and to me it just looks like that he's trying to like impress his dad now by becoming a sage. Is it just me?
I've seen the pictures. I haven't, like I said, I haven't dove into more of the story, but
We
I've
don't
seen
know from the
pictures.
story. We don't know from the story if
Yeah.
he is. It just to me he looks like a. You know.
He looks like a sage to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. Very much so. But yeah, I'm really curious because that would make sense to a degree. As for the job change,
Okay, because I was going to start this earlier and I forgot to do this. I'm currently setting up a giveaway for the whale mount to be given out during this podcast. So if you want a chance to win, by the way, you got to be on. Oh, damn it! I got to name it Luna's Swale. I don't know. Everyone has a chance to win, including you, Riss, if you're in the chat and you want to enter. You've got an hour to enter, and there's it'll be ! snacks, and then you can buy up to 1 ticket per user. Subscribers get a bonus ticket, and you must be a follower to win. Remember, you always have a chance to win these if you come to our chats.
Because as we was talking about how Chili's gives supports people.
It's live.
He also.
So everyone has a chance to win. You just got to put ! snacks.
You give away like
Chili
remember earlier, when he won, when he got third place and he's getting 20, he was like, maybe I should use this money to give away something to them. I'm like, no, Chili, you earned this. You keep it.
much snacks.
Yeah. Because we like snacks
that whale's
over here.
cool. That whale is pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, subscribers get 1 extra ticket as a thank you for helping fund, because this is our third whale giveaway.
Whaling for whale.
Yeah, and then we've got another one in 2 weeks, because this isn't the monthly one, because we give him one. Basically, I've announced that I'm going to give 1 whale a month until Endwalker's released.
That is extremely generous. I'm just gonna put that out there because those are expensive mounts.
They are, and I'm going to be broke from it, but. But I also set a goal of if we could get to 666 followers, because that's a cool number. And we hit that, and I said if we reach it and stay it for 2 weeks, because I didn't want bots to join because of the previous giveaway, get 666 and then go down to 600 or whatever. Not that low, but I wanted to hit that number and stay on it. But we hit that number and got even higher, so that's why I'm doing another 2 Lunar Whale giveaways this month. So yeah. So you can only win these, by the way, if you get to twitch.tv says Moogle Go Around Radio and watch us live. So.
And that is the only thing he's going to say.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'd rather spend the entire time promoting wrist, if I'm honest. So.
Gonna make me turn all red again.
Are you going to show us your shoulder again?
Oh no! so everybody can see my Dorito freckles.
No! It's like, I loaded back in. I'm like, what? Okay.
That's what I get for wearing a tank top, but also getting really cold and wearing a hoodie. And then
It's
the
really
hoodie
warm
falls
here,
off.
so can we swap?
Yeah, can we swap? I'm dying.
It's
yeah.
okay. So it is really hot here, but my house is really because
can we swap?
I have Siberian dogs. Like they need air conditioning, and so I get really cold, like very easily cold. So I'm always living in tank tops and hoodies.
I live in England, so no buildings have air conditioning. So
Wait, what?
yeah, no buildings in England have air conditioning. Even supermarkets don't always have them, and normally they're normally just over like the counters for actual staff. They're not in the actual building. So yeah, it's why when
I did not know that.
when we complain about the heat, America's like, oh, that's not that hot. But the thing is, though, you come into our buildings and it's hotter than inside than it's outside, because all my building is double insulated, and all my glass windows are like double as well. So you go inside and it's like a greenhouse.
Oh my goodness.
We're built for winter, not summer.
We can stay
I don't
warm
know why
in
I put an
winter,
accent on.
but moment it gets any kind of heat outside.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh
So check
man,
this out
I'd be
windows.
miserable.
Trying to game in that, yeah, it's terrible. You have to have like so many fans on. I think that's why like I hate streaming during the summertime because all they were here was my fan, and I had to get a new fan that still hasn't arrived yet. So
One day I'll buy a fan.
you
Right
need
now
to
I
buy
just
a fan. Stop buying whale mounts. People buy a damn fan.
You can't
I'm a
cool yourself off with a whale mount.
I can, I can cool myself up with the victory of giving the mounts. That works, right? I mean, if my wallet is empty, that means less insulation in my wallet, which means I get cooler. There we go.
I can
Even though it
see
doesn't
a
work like
small
that. really.
point to that.
Ah,
I don't see a point. My wallet's been empty since 2019.
please,
And I'm still
sure,
bored.
please calculate how many fans you can purchase instead of whales, Chili. I don't know. Quite a few fans, probably.
Probably quite a few.
So it's giving away. So I'm roughly rounding up to about 100 probably buy. And now, are we saying like fans or are we?
Yeah, we're talking
saying,
about like fancy fans with like
Hi-
different
yeah,
settings.
It's fancy fan made fully about 4 because it mainly costs around about a whale mount. But if we're
Yeah.
talking normal,
I could
normal
build mine
fans
to-
around about a tenner, probably about 20.
But at that point, would I just get like really hot because then it would go from being fan to a convection oven because they'd just be blowing all the heat at each other, heating the room up in the opposite direction.
A dry heaters. What are those ovens?
Yeah, convection oven. Yeah, where it's got a fan
Yeah,
at the top. It's like a Ninja Foodie.
It's like is it a wind fryer?
An air fryer.
Yeah. So,
Build my own.
Well, I've been.
Sorry, Karen, Riss.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm actually getting ready to get an air fryer for the first time. I'm
I
kind of
love mine.
excited.
I love mine. I bought mine in December and I use it every day.
Yeah,
I
I
bought the
want one.
Foodie. Yeah, I use it for everything. Like it has bacon and roasting settings as well as just like air frying. So I use it for basically every meal. Today I cooked a nice, delicious piece of steak in it. It was good. Oh, it was. It was massive as well. Put some massive meat in my.
Freezing,
Worth it.
freezing.
Worth it. I mean,
So worth it.
what was your exclamation mark meat say on your Twitch channel?
Slap that meat.
Yeah, I feel like we're on even terms right there.
We are. See, I slap the meat and then you put it in your mouth. That's
Yeah.
how this works. So I tenderize it and then you fry it.
Sweet.
Tag
That's
team.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Let's
Oh no.
let's tag team that meat, Riss.
Oops.
Ah,
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
well, now we know what the episode title's gonna be.
Oh god, thanks. Yep, there's Rook putting the meat. That's my meat emote. My meat mote.
so happy I got to bring up meat. By the way, there are secret work. By the way, okay, another little thing that I've been doing now that I've worked out to do Cloudbot. There's actually secret words that if you work out the word, gives little letters to unlock another word. Then if you work that word out, or if you worked out somehow first, you win a prize. Again, this is something you can only do on twitch.tv/Moogle Go Around Radio.
So if you say the secret word, does everybody scream?
I mean, sure, we could do that if you want. Though with my noise cancellation, sometimes it doesn't actually pick me up. Like I was screaming so much during the Chocobo race, and I was looking at the soundbar, and it was not going up at all.
Oh yeah,
I'm like-
That's hilarious.
Dead silent. I'm
Yeah.
like, it should be hyped here, right? And
Yeah, I'm going like yes, but because there's no words beforehand, the sound was just thinking it was like really bad, loud noises in the background, and RTX was like just like getting rid of all of it. So thanks, RTX. I guess if there's children in the background screaming, it'll block it. But also, if you scream in joy, it will block it. It shows no mercy to either way.
Technology not showing. That's a mood.
like I was trying to.
I will say you're all very close with meat. By the way, one of the words is meat, and we might be talking about a lot of them in this stream as well. So, but yeah, back to Sage. I'm looking forward to it.
the real meat of the.
I was gonna
I'm
say
looking-
Sage is great on me.
I was going to say
Yeah.
Scage. We're going to be set Scage.
No, Sage, that herb. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I knew I was gonna turn beet red at some point. I just didn't realize that it wasn't gonna be over you talking about my work, and it was gonna be talking about meat. So,
Ah,
I swear I'm not 5. I swear.
I mean, we're all. I mean, come on, we're all children at heart.
We really are.
Hello.
Ah,
Good.
I feel bad everyone's so close, but not. Yeah, well, I'm going to give the first word.
The
You know
first
what?
letter. The first letter.
Oh, fine. That's a lot of letters, though. I could just put M. That technically would be one of the letters.
Yeah, so there you go. That's one of the letters. So we'll find out.
You know what? Hate.
Ooh. There's a H.
As a H.
Uh-oh.
Now, could the H be silent?
Hamburger? Hamburger. Hot
Okay.
meat.
This H is a word that everyone complains about in 14.
Oh.
It's a word that everyone in Pharmacy 14. I'm sorry I don't want to distract the podcast so much, but it's something that everyone would complain about in Pharmacy 14. That there's, I don't want to say. It starts with H.
I'm sitting here and I'm like,
Everyone complains about it, and it's going to happen in the Endwalker as well.
I think I know.
Heterosexuals? I don't know.
So wait. Something that everybody complains about.
Yeah, and they're
And
going
it
to be an
starts with an
Endwalker.
H.
Endwalker.
Oh,
I think I know what it is.
Endwalker.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
This is nothing to do with meat, this word, okay? This is just something with H.
I mean,
I
meat
was still
could be involved.
I mean, if you go to my one on Gilgamesh and go to the basement, there is definitely meat involved.
I know. I know what this word is.
Yeah, hi.
That's bad.
This is really hurting me inside.
Attention.
I want to say it, but I don't think it's. I'm not supposed to. I think.
I mean, you can. Harem. Harems are in my basement.
I believe that. 1000%. Who put in Hades? That's my basement.
Hades and
Hades
Mandalorians would be
my
your basement.
Yes.
What about, what if you found out Mandalorian underneath the outfit is actually Emmett Selk?
I think I would probably pass out.
Uh,
Just a little bit.
just a little.
Thanks,
Just a
Brooke.
bit of a
I
faint spill.
see that. I have a the way emote
Ah.
because yes, a wrist would implode. Okay, I would implode and then I would explode and then I would probably pass out.
Come on, players. I know you're really good at this. And everyone...
Healing me.
See,
I know.
6.0. Fine, I'll even tie it down to 6.1. People will complain about it. And it's... I don't want anyone to say this word because it's even easier. It's,
I think I know.
Oh!
it now.
Yes.
Yeah, well...
see
yeah, Rook was right, but just a little bit off. So I'm just going to type it. So there you go.
Yes.
That's one of the words. House. I was trying to be like...
Honestly, I was wrong. Damn. I thought I was talking about hairs for like bunnies, like the arrows and that. I was like,
I was like,
we're gonna be
what?
complaining about hair, you know.
I even said basement.
Hey, I have a lot of hair in my basement. Don't worry.
Now, the phrase, by the way, is a catchphrase that I've said as one certain character a lot. So if you've been watching Moogle go around for a long time, chances are you might know this catchphrase. And it involves meats. So that's the final word.
This should be easy for all.
That's
the
what I mean.
MGR fans.
I'm like, I didn't want to give the clues because the final word is really easy for those that have been playing, watching us. So anyway, let's go back to the other job, Reaper.
Yes. Sorry, I'm so excited for this job.
Well, you were a dragoon, so it makes sense. It's just spiritual.
Not even necessarily just for myself. Sorry, I don't mean to like completely jump and dive into this, but I'm so excited because I am excited because Gage is going to be maining a new job.
Same. A lot of people go. It looks really good. I like it.
Did we lose Paul?
It looks like a good class. We had this gripe over on my Discord where we were kind of looking at the trailer and how
Lunar Dragon got it.
Your appearance changed. You got it?
Lunar Dragon got it. Buy my meats.
Oh,
Yay.
there you go.
Congratulations.
The H was the house.
Where's the H?
House.
H?
House. If you look at house, it says MEA. That's part of the meats.
Oh, he's kicking
See?
himself now. He's kicking.
I see the MEA, and all I can think about is like in Final Fantasy XI with Teleport Maya. And how many times as a Waybase I had to teleport people? Yes.
Well, that's this for this time. We'll be doing one next month again once I work out some words. So,
More meat.
more meat. But no, back to
Yes.
Reaper. Sorry about that.
That's good. It happens. Well, I didn't even know these commands.
No, nobody but me knows.
I know Reaper looks so interesting because they literally have a form that they change. Obviously, we looked into the trailer like really deeply but actually because obviously the character we see in the trailer is Aura, but then when they change into this long, dark, robed figure where they kind of embrace void, you actually just change form completely. The Aura doesn't have the horns no more. We don't see their eyes change, and they have this massive hood. I'd like to see how this does. It get rid of your ears? What's it gonna do? I was like, okay, so this actually changes your form completely, which is really cool. So I also had at the same time.
Yeah, don't worry, Faz. I will roll your $15 over for the whale because he won last month and he wants the whale. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited for Reaper. Though I'm happy I kind of called it out beforehand in a way because I guessed it was going to use void magic and use maven gear. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. When oh, I'm sorry.
no, carry on.
Well, I was really excited when it was announced as Reaper because when I was looking through and I first saw the shirt hint and I looked at it and I'm like, oh no, this is going to be something scythe based, and so I was kind of really excited because for those that don't know, Skage, my husband, he was a Dark Knight in Final Fantasy XI, and so when there was no scythe job in 14 originally or throughout all of the years, he's been missing out on his favorite style of class. And so to see the Reaper come out during the fan fest was just so amazing to me, and I think that was like the loudest we screamed when watching this.
Yeah, I screamed. I think I felt so chilly because I kind of like I literally because I don't have the RTX thing, the RTX don't knock no voice out of me, so I was yelling. I actually thought it would be Necromancer. I was really hyped, but I still think Reaper should have been what Dark Knight should have been, and obviously I'd like to see what they're going to do with Dark Knight. I know they kind of took the aesthetic of what Dark Knight 11. Now they've made it its own class. What's Dark Knight? Because Dark Knight has got pretty F, I must say, because it's kind of been turned into. And I want them to get their life. And now having Reaper, I think they're gonna have to do something good with Dark Knight, habitable for some people.
Oh yeah,
It was bad. It was bad for all those Dark Knights that are now going to go to Reaper. All those tank played Dark Knight go to Reaper. The stats Christ in Dark Knight caught over. Yeah, literally that. Yeah. Ever since, I felt bad for Dark Knight. They lost Dark Art, where that was.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of stance dancing most of the time. So.
Well, that wasn't a stance. It was basically that gave you more damage on one ability, so you would use it for like I think it was like Carbon Spit. But you also use it for like in combo, if I remember correctly. Very long since but that's what I do miss of Dark Knight. That was look Moth on the opposite. Yeah, I do wish because there are only a couple of things I want to see come out of the of Endwalker. That's Reaper. I'm going to be playing Reaper hiking plan. I didn't play FF11, but I just like Void. To be fair, I want to be Necromancer. It's like
Kind
I mean, it basically
like in a
is.
way. Yeah, like because at first when before Reaper was announced, I kind of had the thought that it was going to be something with necromancy or necromancer, but that's also because I have very selfish wants for certain somebodies and certain things to happen, a certain ASEAN. That yeah. Yes.
You're hoping that was going to be our look at our level 90 ability, Emmett.
Well, okay, so some of the theory crafting, right, that was behind some of it, some of the thoughts was like, you get this void now, and like so people are drawing their Warrior of Light as a Reaper, and then their Void Scent behind that, they're drawing as Emmett Sully. And I'm just like, yes! Because, I mean, if you look at him, he kind of reminds me of him as something a little bit lesser. But that's just me. Like, I look at this and I'm just like, I can visually and kind of my life.
See, I always thought Necromancer would be too dark for the game because of the fact that you're the Warrior of Light. And even though when we were on the first, that was kind of, it was the Warrior of Darkness, but not really, were we? We just got away the light because it was too bright and people wanted sleepy time. So I personally thought it was going to be Void Mancer. That was my theory, where you'd have to do physical combos and then it'd be like the opposite of a red mage in a way. where Red Mage would have the casting combo and end with the physical. With this Void monster, you would be a physical combo, and then you'd switch over to the Void magic based combo. That was my idea.
I would say I want to, resurrect my my waifu in game, but she's dead, so I don't think that's feasible. Oh, poor me.
And yeah, Luna's
Oh,
right. The
yeah.
alchemy job does dabble in necromancy, and so does Edda from House of Dead. So, and it's never a good thing to do necromancy in Final Fantasy. So,
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
You might get
You
MSL back,
you
but
gotta
it
go
might not
to
be.
some, yeah, he might just be ahead
I mean,
at that point.
yeah, and yet you wouldn't complain.
The free replay glam, yeah, a lot of people have been. I think
Yeah.
that went up in the marketplace, but like a lot of people like buying it again just for the Passive Dead Eddie Reaper.
Yeah, I could see that. OG Reaper. As soon as that was in the mug station, I bought it instantly.
It's really cool. I still love the sound. Like the sound slashes are just really nice, and it just looks fluent. Like the actual gameplay aspect itself looks so fluent. I know we don't see like all the actual like abilities, and obviously they don't count the rotation, but just seeing like the 1-2-3 combos and that, and I was like, and then again,
Oh yes.
the sounds where when Xenos like picked up his a couple of patches where a lot of people were like, oh, what's that sound? It sounds like a sword, but you instantly knew. I know Blacks. You instantly knew that had to be like because how the sound.
Yeah, I really loved the demonstrations they were doing with the new jobs. Like I said, I played Final Fantasy 11 for 8, and so looking at that new job and the way that it was set up, it just was a real nostalgia hit for me. So just listening to the sounds is like a lot of it sounded so similar to like OG Dark Knight in 11, and so it was just like this really nice mix of nostalgia, but something new and something really exciting. So I'm really looking forward to. I want to try both of the 2 new jobs, for sure. Because I think that Sage and Reaper both are going to be a lot of fun to play in general. They're both really interesting and kind of bring in some new elements. So I'm very much looking forward to both.
Same.
Yeah.
This looks really good. I hope they kind of dulls up the player base where you don't have a certain meta when it's a raiding. I hope it kind of mixes up that.
I'm gonna go with no.
Probably not. Yeah, there'll probably be like a predicament. You would have to.
Someone will work out whoever has the slightest more DPS and be like, it's only 0.01%, but that's now the meta. Doesn't really matter, but that's now the meta.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be leveling Reaper day 1 again, so I'm not gonna get like barely in it. It's gonna start at 70, and obviously with all the Do Finder, it's gonna be packed full of Reapers and Sages, but it's gonna be a lackluster. But I am hoping for obviously a month before that because they might show off the like they did with the tour thing, media tour.
Yeah, there is a media tour confirmed. So
yeah, so I can't wait for that. I know a lot of people can't wait for that, so they can theory craft their classes.
Hopefully, I'll be able to go to this media tour.
Oh, dude, if I could go to that media tour,
my work was able to go, but we were only able to go to the North American media tour, so that meant I wasn't able to. So
man, they should make an EU one, man.
They did, but the EU one last time for Shadowbringers was literally just for magazines for some reason.
Wow, Square Enix thinks there's no content creators in EU. Feels bad.
Well, we'll be big enough one day. Who knows? Maybe Camarus will be able to go to a media tour. I know you go to a lot of cons, so I bet you're looking forward to them coming back soon.
Oh yes, I would love you. Like I was really excited for some of the shows that were opening up here in the US. But I'm really looking forward to some shows in 2022 because I want to be able to go to more shows. I've never been to a PAX before, so I want to go to a PAX at some kind of get more experience outside of just AnimeCon. And a media tour would be a lot of fun.
I don't think I'll be doing that.
I've only ever really done Eurogamer Expo and FanFest, so
I did Eurogamer 1 and then I did Insomnia. I do Insomnia these past years, couldn't be doing it. But I definitely, when obviously, Chili, you get your jab soon, second one?
Hopefully. I've been waiting 9 weeks. I phoned them up and they're like, phone us up in 2 weeks or Thursday. I'm like, well, I can't do this Thursday because, yeah.
I'm busy out here winning races, man.
They're like, evening? I'm like, this Thursday's bad, no matter the time. I don't want to be exhausted for for this because I had the racing and of course I have RIS. So I'm like, oh, so yeah, they're like sometime now, between now and sometime. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to NA for obviously PAX. I've never been to a PAX, but I also want to go over to Boston anyway because I want a Boston Celtics game home. Like that's my main thing now. This year's pretty F issues right now. So I want to sort those out.
I just want to see RIS again. I always enjoy it.
Yes.
I think that's my thing about FanFest, especially Eurogamer I like. It's nice because I get to play all the different video games. But Final Fantasy is a different con for me than actually a con because, yeah, the announcements are cool, Endwalker is cool and all that lot. But because I live in England and everyone we know lives in America, basically, it's just nice to be able to go and be in a location where you know that there's a lot of people that will enjoy the product you're enjoying. It's why, even though I'm not great with like anything social, I am rubbish around people, real or virtual. So, but I could be a lot more myself when I'm in something like Final Fantasy Fan Cup Fest because I know that 99% of the people that are there are probably the same as me, and we all got a main topic that we can talk about that we enjoy.
I think that's part of the magic with FanFest. Really, I was sad that it was digital this year, but I'm glad that they kept everybody safe. And I cannot wait for the next FanFest because I will be giving so many hugs. It is not even funny.
Do I get hugs?
Of course you get hugs. You get hugs. We're gonna go get ramen.
Oh, yes. Actually, I want to try sushi for the first time.
Hell yeah, we'll get ramen and sushi. We'll get dinner 2 nights.
Oh, that's amazing. No, this might sound weird, but every FanFest I've done something different food-wise. Like, last year was the least exciting. I had a Baconator because I've been hyped about the Baconator for years and we don't have Wendy's. So, and then the year before that I had mac and cheese for the first time, which nearly killed me.
Wait a second, you had mac and cheese for the first time?
Yeah, and it nearly killed me.
Oh no! Wait, are you lactose intolerant?
No, I'm allergic to nuts, and for some reason they had peas inside the mac and cheese. So I was trying to be like nice and eat it while also like moving the peas out of the way from the rest of the food.
Oh no!
So I was like, thank you so much for my first mac and cheese. Hopefully I don't die.
Okay, that's it. So we need to do a redo of mac and cheese, a good ramen house, and then we need some really good sushi. So that's it.
Okay.
Looks like you are stuck with me next FanFest.
Oh no, Pommy.
Oh no, good food. Oh no.
Oh no, and good company.
I mean, that just kind of comes along with it. But the good food, that's the star of the show.
No, I did have some good ramen recently. I went all the way to York. I travelled an hour on a train for it. So, but I'm looking forward to. I don't know. They did, and I ordered it thinking they're like it was weird when I was with Phoenix Down Radio at the time. And they're like, order this. I'm like, okay, and then it came, and they videoed me eating it as well, by the way, which is awkward. So
fucking video your death, Jesus.
Oh no!
Fucking thing.
Okay, well, as a fellow person with food allergies, I can understand your pain. I too had an experience at FanFest that put me in the doctor.
Luckily it was peas, so they're not too bad with me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a bad rush. But any other type of nut, like Brazil nut, actual peanuts and stuff like that, I get really ill. Like I need an EpiPen. So
yeah, same. I have an extremely bad nut allergy.
Yeah,
I do. So you had those in the mac and cheese. I went to get pancakes the second morning of FanFest, and they had pumpkin pancakes, and all it said was that they were pumpkin pancakes with syrup and butter. And I'm like, okay, well this sounds good. It's safe. There's no like warnings on it. So I not asking, which normally with nuts they have to put it on the menu that there's a nut allergy warning. So I ordered it and I got them and I took one bite and I felt something crunch and I immediately spit it into a napkin and I asked my waitress, I said, "Are there nuts in these pancakes?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, they're walnuts." I'm like,
"Oh wow,
they're what?" So walnuts are actually the one thing that can put me in the hospital.
Oh wow.
So we had to pay for our food real quick and leave and go right to an emergency center so that they could observe me over the next hour because I didn't have an EpiPen at the time. So in case they had to administer it, I was in the hospital. So that was the second morning of FanFest for me, last FanFest.
That sounds like how as a kid I found out my allergy, by the way. I was like no, I was about 3 or 4 probably. I don't know how old I was. I was very young, and it was like at someone's birthday party, and I just like put my hand in a bowl of snacks and ate a load of nuts, and I'm like, why is Chili choking on the floor? So yeah, so that's how I found out my allergy.
Why is a small
Oh.
child dying on the floor? I don't know. Maybe call an ambulance.
They only had asthma inhalers to keep me alive. I was very
Oh.
lucky. So,
Yeah, that is really
Damn.
lucky.
yeah. But no, back to FanFest. I enjoyed it, I guess.
Oh yes, it was a lot of fun. Even if it was digital, it was still a lot of fun. It felt really exciting. I think the part of FanFest, besides getting to see the full length trailer and getting to learn more about the jobs, I think one of my favorite parts was no concert.
Oh, that was amazing.
More so a very specific forest song.
You mean Lahi?
Do you know
Do
Lucky?
you know Lahi?
The best. Oh my gosh. The meme dance for the primals. Yes. Soken is a goddamn treasure.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you. Welcome back, Soken. Seriously,
Yes,
thank
welcome
you.
back. We
You've
love
done
you.
so much. We love you. We love you so much. But no, yeah, I enjoyed FanFest. It was hyped. The concerts were amazing. I still wish Susan Calloway had been involved in some way. It's a shame that I guess they parted ways for now because they've got that new singer that I thought looked like Simon Pegg.
When you said that on stream, I nearly had a heart attack. I was like, what?
You're like, look at this amazing famous singer. I'm like, Simon Pegg?
There's some peg out of nowhere. See, like, I've never had that like FanFest vibe. So I've always watched it digitally. So it's like, I maybe one day in a blue moon, 20 years for the games.
We're going to get you to FanFest next year, if it's next year, if not the year after. Who knows? We don't know.
Whatever
'Cause
the next FanFest is, I
Yeah.
expect double hugs.
Yay, Doug. That could have gone so wrong.
I realized as it came out of my mouth, but at the same time, I was hoping that like it would just kind of slide past. But no, of course not, because it's come full circle once more. It is meat related.
If Eleven is still alive, there is hope.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because what's good? Get new DLC next year, isn't it? 11. They've got a whole new expansion planned for the anniversary or something, if I'm rightly. But I think we're all here to talk about one topic in particular. We've talked about Sage, we've talked about Reaper, but clearly we're all here for
for Bunny Boys.
yeah, sure, why not?
We were going 2 separate ways.
Okay, Bunny Boys, I'll let you talk, Paul.
Yes,
I'm a Lalafell.
Bunny
I don't need to
Boys.
change to anything. I already win.
Finally, I will now finally swap up the boobas and the fajans. Finally, be what I was meant to be in life, which is the
Bunny
dude.
meats.
Finally, yeah, to be the bunnies. Finally, I actually get to be back to a male character.
Yeah.
That's
Uh,
finally a race that I can sit. Even though I feel happy playing a female being.
I screamed when I saw that there was going to be male Vieira. One of my best friends has been swearing up and down that he's been nothing but salty since he couldn't be a bunny boy. And so I screamed. I immediately called him and said, "Look, bunny boys, they're happening. You need to watch FanFest now if you're not." And so yeah, that's exactly what happened. I screamed a lot.
I say, what time was it? Was it like?
So it's
What?
it was like 9 p.m. my time, like when
Yeah.
it started. And then it would go like super late. So I only caught like things that were happening live from like the 9 till midnight area, and then like anything past midnight, I'm old, so, so I like pass the fuck out.
Hey. I'm old too.
I have 2 kids that are actually 2 dogs that act like children, so they get me
True.
up at 6 in the morning. And so anything past midnight, and I am a zombie the next day.
It's Christmas every day for them.
It really is, and it doesn't stop.
I love both of you. They're adorable.
Kumo and Prina, our best puppy. Yeah, we have them on my stream quite often, so like almost
Yes.
once or twice a week, you get to see the fluffers. They're the best.
The best
Oh,
part of
I
the
miss
streams.
Doug.
I
Yes.
love Kuma.
When I'm not showing off my shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we can't top that. That's like top tier. That's subscriber worthy.
That is premium.
You should have licked
Subscriber
that
only
button.
chat for that.
Only, yeah.
Yeah.
Tier 3
Yeah,
subs only. Can
subscriber
you
only.
witness-
Yeah. It's behind your Patreon.
Hey,
Shoulder tier,
It's on my
$69.
OnlyFans. Only shoulders? Oh my god, no. Only shoulders? I
No,
can't.
that's too long. It should be like only shoulders. Only shoulders. Subscribe
So
now.
chilly. You were excited about something else where you can grow old time.
Yes, Labyrinthos. No, I'm looking forward to Iron Sanctuary. I have a weird canon in my head for my Lalafell Warrior of Light. You know the little Lalafell in Costa del Sol with all the cat ladies, Makotes. My Warrior of Light has always wanted to retire and just live on the beach like he does originally. But now with Endwalker, he's changed his plans and now wants to retire and grow fruits and veg in Island Sanctuary.
And don't forget the breeding, like you
Yeah,
literally
breeding.
said in the other one. Breeding.
Because you can breed stuff there. We don't know exactly, but
Don't know
Oh,
what
you
you
know
can
what,
breed.
yeah.
we don't know
I-
everything. Anyway,
So
carry on.
I also have kind of a weird little headcanon that I've been working on for my Warrior of Light.
Yay.
It's funny because it's okay. So this is gonna sound really silly, but so my headcanon for my Warrior of Light is that before everything happened, she loved to grow things. So I always grow Mandragora minions, and I would give them to my friends, or I would give them to like new FC members, so that way they always had something to start off with, so that they weren't lonely. So the headcanon that I have is that she's going to do what her true calling was, which was never just to be the Warrior of Light. It was always to go and live on this island sanctuary and grow mandragoras and to make friends for everybody she cares about. So
Aw.
it's kind of a little headcanon. It goes into something a little bit deeper, but I also don't want to be like super spoilery with stuff. So
Well,
So,
yeah, and mine would have been a bit more lewd if I went into too much detail, so I didn't want to go into that.
Oh, so we need to talk about this like after hours.
I mean, we're past the watershed in England. I know America doesn't have a watershed, but in England we do. But we're past the watershed, everyone. For anyone that lives in America, in England it's illegal to say certain words before a certain time. So, I think it's 10 o'clock, isn't it, Paul? That's the watershed, or is it 9 o'clock?
I think it's 9 o'clock now. because
9
every time
o'clock now.
I sit down, eat my dinner,
So-
I get a goddamn condom
Yeah.
out of a dysfunction. Whoa,
Yeah,
it
9
got
o'clock
mad.
you're allowed to say anything you want. So if there's like even like charity stuff, if they're doing like a live event on like TV, as soon as it hits 9, a lot of them will just start swearing. Be like the nicest people in the world, like, oh hello, how are you? How are you doing? Ah, blah blah blah. Being, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so my normal stream. Okay, understood. Wonderful.
I mean,
So
it's the
after
watershed somewhere.
hours. Huh. I see,
Yeah,
I see, I
on
see.
the-
I mean,
the
it's also
Apple
our
Watches,
streams, but
little
you know.
alarm. It's their little alarm. Oh, past 9 o'clock. Ah, shit. Bollocks.
But yeah, as soon as it reaches 9 o'clock, they can start swearing. So
That's-
or anything. They could be, you
Yeah.
know, within limits. By the way, it's not porn, but you know, they don't like. Well, it's 9 o'clock. Time to get undressed.
Everybody takes off their pants.
Imagine
It's 9 o'clock somewhere. Take your pants off.
that. Charity stream. Past 9 o'clock. Oh, well, time.
If anybody is streaming past 9 o'clock and you have pants on, you're doing it the wrong way. Take your pants off.
Now this is the confusing part. Are we talking British pants or American pants? Because that's two
If it
different
covers
things.
your legs and your ass, it comes off.
Okay, so both.
Yes.
Because what we would call pants, you call boxer shorts or underwear.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so now I have learned something new. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you say
Hmm.
take your pants off, that means something completely different.
Okay, well, it's time to go commando, I guess.
So after 9 p.m., we don't go visit your plot in the island sanctuary. Understood, because you're going to be running around without your pants on.
I'm a Lala, so it's not like you're going to notice anything anyway.
Hmm.
Oh, Chili, what's that third leg you got there? Growth?
No, it's my shovel, mate.
My eggplant, what are you on about?
Yes, we're going to grow nothing but eggplants and peaches, and there's breeding involved somewhere for something. We just don't know what.
Well, that picture was creepy though. They talked about breeding, And then they had that chocobo looking at that horse. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
no, no, no, no,
no, no.
no.
We've seen already. It's called The First.
Oh, yep.
I'm sorry, but no, that looked creepy. But no, what are you excited for about it? Because do you think it's gonna be a lot more like why is
Harvest
words
Moon.
hard right now?
Harvest Moon.
Stardew
Because
Valley,
words
but I was
are always
thinking
hard.
of Harvest Moon. For some reason, I wanted to say Happy Moon, and I'm like, no, that's not right.
That's what the whale feels when he goes to the happy
Yeah.
moon, indeed.
I've missed the happiest face.
Oh, that's too scary.
I don't know. I'm hoping. Honestly, I'm really hoping that it's gonna be something like really, really interactive and kind of like a Harvest Moon or something Harvest Moon-esque, but also something that maybe has the same type of like feel. Because in 11, I know that they added the Mog Gardens, and so you could do so much stuff there, but it's not as interactive. Like you're just clicking through the text and stuff or clicking on one space. But like to go through and actually do like a little bit of everything, I think that would be so much fun if it was its own like mini game. I may or may not just spend the rest of my life at the island sanctuary.
Those look good. Look, oranges,
There's pumpkins.
Eritises, and it's like all your minions get to like kind of roam free. Do you get like to like wash your minion stuff? We could like make them have a bath. You know how Nintendo Pets, where you could like have like cats and dogs and you get to like wash them in that. Like, is that going to be a thing? Like if they get dirty from running around?
Like if I can do any of that, I will scream. If I can actually interact with my minions on that scale, I would scream. I have 280 plus minions. I will scream. I want to let them all loose at the same time. All
That
of
would be
them.
adorable. I don't think we'll get 280 because server issues, but maybe we'll
Some
get a
sort-
decent amount. Yeah.
All of them just
I mean, I also want to have Pokemon instead of a million in the game, but we can't all have what we want.
wow. I mean,
Let me only say,
Rick's
Ah.
saying that I would be the reason the servers would crash. Yes, because of all of my minions, I would crash the entire Island Sanctuary server.
I mean, I'm expecting server issues with everyone jumping into the Island Sanctuary at the same time. Yeah, it's
I mean,
right.
I'd be
Now,
living.
I talked about housing earlier, how it's a problem, and Ishgard housing, is coming in 6.1. So remember, if you do want housing to, queue up and get ready, it won't be at 6.0. You'll be able to visit the wards, but you won't be able to purchase any house until 6.1 because they don't want everyone rushing through the story to try and buy it, or just like knowing that there'll be server issues because it's an expansion, and they don't want people to have the issue.
Actually, looking forward to it because I know a lot of people going to Ishgard, and I actually want to get a house mainly for Boob. I really want to get a house for like Gilgamesh, but I know that's gonna be really hard.
I mean, Paul, I'll be
It's
moving my
Gilgamesh.
house, so hopefully you'll be able to grab my house.
Yeah, I try and
So
grab
I want to
yours.
get a medium, so
Yeah, I would love to get a house. Honestly, you know what's funny? If everybody could get a little cottage on their
Oh.
island sanctuary, like just give me a little cottage on this island sanctuary that I can decorate and do stuff in. Like just give it to me.
why
That
there's a
would be
little
great.
barn instead?
Like it's just like a tiny, like something tiny that you could do
Yeah.
something in, like or decorate. Oh, that would be great if you could decorate your whole little island.
It's
I
like
know, I-
looking what the picture that you posted in chat. It looks like a big island. Now, is there going to be like ways we can go, like live in the?
Yeah, maybe that windmill is our actual personal house. Because look, there's a little house area next to the windmill.
Yeah, which is very cute by the way. I like a little
Yeah.
like bridge you get to go across, go down that by the sea
Yeah.
as well. This just looks cute. I'm probably going to do it like this. Is probably like a say I just finished like grinding out gear, or I've just stopped like waiting for the day. This would be something that I could just go sit and kind of like have my chill at time with. Look, moth, can you stop touching me? Go over there. Sorry, my pet moths. Apparently, I just have a bunch of. But
Yeah.
I think that would be still obviously not taken out from the housing aspect. They might have like a limitation, but I would like to actually personally.
But no, I think we'll start wrapping up soon. It's been a pretty long episode, actually. Even though we've really talked about nothing at all but meat, sage,
you mean?
and
It's the
more
most-
We
meat.
talked about the meat of every situation.
This is the meaty part of Final Fantasy.
But no, I'm excited for Island Sanctuary.
Island Sanctuary, the raids look interesting about the Asian. I'm looking forward to the story, what's going to happen, how they're going to close it off. It'll be really cool. I can't wait for that. But again, the true end game is that we're all waiting. What glamours are they going to expand? So far, we've got a lot more glamours that we've got in these patches. What are they going to give us? Really going to bizarre? Where's the wow factor? That's what I'm looking.
But
Will
yeah,
they give
all the
us
glamour.
body tattoos?
Oh,
Oh,
the
yeah,
glamour.
damn it, I forgot that outfit now. There was an outfit I was looking for Black Mage that I wanted because I've been leveling up and I wanted it from 11 and I remembered it and then I forgot it again. It was like a gold tattooed, like see-through outfit. It was like tribal looking and I remember and I want it.
Isn't that the 76?
I can't remember. But as we
Oh,
start
that's
wrapping this
tribal.
up,
More
Riss, if
fishnets
there's
and
any...
transparent lace. That's all I got.
What's that?
I want a can now. Oh wait, no.
Well,
you've already
fishnet and
got a can.
transparent lace, please. No, I don't want... As my Lalafell, I don't want to wear fishnets and transparent lace in public, okay? Find that...
Just on the island sanctuary.
Yeah, you can find out my island sanctuary when I relax. Only chills.
Chili, if that's not like Saint of the Firmament, just chill.
Yeah, I'm so happy. By the way, I almost died getting that Saint of Firmament tile. Thank you to everyone on the stream to cheering me on. But oh my god, I went for fishing and I did like 12 to 15 hours a day fishing.
Oh my.
But 9 days. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna start wrapping up. Briss, have you got any?
Best viewership by the
Yeah,
way.
what's our best viewership ever? Briss, have you got any shout outs? And is there anything you want to promote coming up soon, or just promote yourself?
Well, I will. Something that I'm really excited. Is that for my main channel, T Studios, on Twitch, I will be partaking in a really amazing effort for charity, and I'll be alongside my other teammates of Team SideQuest, and we're going to be raising funds for the Transgender Legal Defense and Education Fund. And so I'm going to be starting next week. And I will be raising funds for a couple of weeks, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But that's one of the main things for Pride that I'm really excited for. And then, of course, on Saturday, I will be releasing some enamel pins that are all Pride related as well. So those are kind of like the two main big things going on for me. So yeah, thank you very much for letting me talk about that for a second.
No worries. Thank you for stopping by. Seriously, it's always lovely. Always lovely to have you on.
Oh, it's wonderful to talk to you.
Paul, have you got any shout outs before we start wrapping this up?
Again, thank you for Riss of Taste Beach Studio to come on because she's awesome. I love her art. I love her plushies as well. I actually bought a plushie for my sister. I can't remember.
I have my signed Watch It little pop figure watching me.
Where's
It's next to the ones you sent me as a gift.
They see what you're doing.
I see the fishnets and lace.
So, I can imagine he's chilling now.
Nobody wants to see that image. Nobody.
I mean, can we get a donation code?
By the way, you don't have to re-enter. It closed before I realised it.
Charity.
Yeah, this is just for folk that hadn't entered because we only got 1 second. We've got 6 entries, so I just wanted to give people that haven't entered a chance. Yeah, that means some of them have more. Like Flatter says, Flatter, Shardray, and Shoya have the highest chance. Oh, there we go, Talon. There we go. And now we've got 7 entries.
Can I enter? I haven't got it yet.
No, you can't, Paul.
I will never.
I mean, you will because I'll eventually just give you one, but you can't enter this. Anyway, I'm going to start wrapping up soon. I just want to say thank you so much to our wonderful guests. I just did a Chocobo racing event for Extra Life under Frosty TV for Butterfingers. I was I'll be honest, I was incredibly nervous, if anyone knows me, because I get very starstruck at times. I mean, I'm starstruck with Riss right now, and I've known her for years. So anytime there's some big content creators I'm a fan of, I get nervous when I see that I'm competing against them because I know I don't feel like I'm as good as they are. So the fact that we went from being people that weren't even part of the tweet because Frosty forgot to put us in the tweet to ended up in 3rd place, we did it. I did it. Thanks to everyone here that supported me on the streams I did to level up my Chocobo over the last few days. So thank you, everyone.
We're very proud.
So proud and congrats on 3rd place again.
Thank you. And now I will never bring it up again. So I'm going to close entries now, and I'm going to roll.
That's going down in the description of our channel now. That's what I'm doing after this. I'm making it. It's going to be my roll.
Okay, I'm picking a winner.
Grab the tweet now.
Let's see what happens. Good luck, everyone. It's Rookskar.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations, Rook!
There we go. Congrats.
And you're in the chat, so I don't have to keep re-rolling like I did last time. I felt bad, but yeah, carry on, sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, Rook is my amazing editor and fantastic individual, so I'm so excited.
So I shall send you a message soon once we've finished this recording. Thank you again, Riz, for joining us. Thank you to everyone for joining the chat. Remember, if you are new to the channel, please hit the follow button and follow us on twitch.tv/Moogle Grower and Radio, where I try to do as many giveaways as I can. You know, money is still a currency that I don't have 100 unlimited amounts of. But yeah, I try and do supports for all the amazing people that are in the community. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for enjoying the show, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks where we'll have a guest. I don't know yet because I haven't booked any more guests because I'm bad. Oh! Before we end, go check out Motion Radio this Sunday for episode 150 and their 5th anniversary. So please, if you like us at all, please go check out Maelstrom Radio. Please, I'm begging you all. Maelstrom Radio, 150th episode, 5th anniversary this Sunday. Incredible supporters of the channel, incredible people. And I wish I could do more for them. So please go give them a follow and go check out the episode this at 1 a.m. BST, I think it is. Local time zones may vary. Flats is in the chat anyway, so he'll post the date and times. Thank you, everyone. We're out. Bye.